Have you ever wondered what would happen if a small country, one of the most secretive and tightly controlled places on the world map, suddenly took a step that threatened global peace? What if North Korea, which over the past decades has steadily increased the number and power of its nuclear weapons, triggered a world war due to a misunderstanding or miscalculation? Such questions not only haunt the minds of global leaders, but also fill ordinary people with fear and anxiety. The story of North Korea's nuclear program and the international response to it begins in the final stages of the Cold War, when the world was divided between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. During that time, the Korean peninsula was split into North and South, with South Korea backed by the United States and North Korea under Soviet influence. In 1950, when war broke out between North and South Korea, it escalated into a global conflict involving large-scale military intervention by the United States and China. The war ended after costing millions of lives but left deep-rooted complexities in the region. After this war, North Korea transformed itself into a strict military state focused on self-defense, paying special attention to its nuclear weapons program. In 2006, it conducted its first nuclear test, shocking the world. Since then, North Korea has conducted several missile tests and expanded its nuclear capabilities, sounding alarm bells not only in neighboring countries, but also within the international community. The United States and its allies have consistently stressed the necessity of stopping North Korea's program to maintain peace. Tensions among global powers escalated as North Korea began to present its nuclear strength as a weapon before the world. Military exercises by the United States, South Korea, and Japan have continued in the region, which North Korea perceives as hostile moves against it. In this tense environment, the situation in the region has always resembled a powder keg, where a small spark could ignite a large fire. This scenario has become a major threat to global political stability. Major countries like China and Russia have understood North Korea's position as a defensive buffer. These powers have opposed completely isolating North Korea because it serves as a natural shield limiting US influence. Therefore, despite international sanctions, they have refrained from imposing the harshest penalties. Thus, North Korea remains a power that the world's largest countries cannot fully control. This entire history has laid the foundation for today's nuclear conflict, where each side is prepared to protect its survival, and any misunderstanding or wrong decision could lead to global war. Over recent years, North Korea's missile tests and military movements have repeatedly alarmed the world. No power can now ignore this conflict because it is not merely a regional issue but one of the greatest tests of global peace. Today's world is not one where power is shown solely through military strength. Technology, cyber warfare, economic sanctions, and diplomatic negotiations have also become parts of this conflict. North Korea's dispute has brought us to a point where the distance between peace and war is extremely narrow, and any wrong step could bring destruction to the entire world in the coming years. Increased nuclear capability of North Korea may lead to further tensions in the region. If North Korea develops long-range missiles, their reach could extend beyond East Asia to the United States, increasing anxiety among global powers. This tension could escalate into a major crisis at any moment, with consequences impacting the entire world. If diplomatic talks fail and a misunderstanding leads to war, countries like South Korea, Japan, and the United States could face direct attacks. A nuclear or large-scale destructive war might begin, with deep impacts not only on the region but also on the global economy, politics, and security. The intensity and scale of such a war could be unprecedented in human history. If North Korea actually uses its nuclear weapons, it would cause destruction so severe that global powers would be forced to reevaluate their strategies. Millions of lives could be lost, environmental pollution would occur, and affected areas could become uninhabitable for decades. This would mark an extremely dark era for humanity, requiring urgent global efforts to prevent such a disaster. Nonetheless, if global powers and regional countries come together to pursue strong diplomatic paths toward peace, this conflict can be resolved. Economic cooperation, confidence-building programs, and security guarantees could restrain North Korea from aggressive behavior. History proves that dialogue is always a more effective solution than war, and this remains the only viable path to peace in the region. It is also possible that the North Korean conflict will lead to the emergence of new global powers. If war breaks out, it will not be a fight among 2 or 3 countries, but will evolve into a global crisis. Smaller countries will also be affected, and the global political balance will shift. Therefore, this conflict is not just a regional issue but a significant turning point in human history. This story teaches us that in today's global situation, war is not only a display of power but a cause of devastation. North Korea's nuclear program and the international response to it are among the greatest challenges of our time. Overcoming it requires not only strength but wisdom, patience, and cooperation to save human lives. Although the issue is complex and dangerous, hope remains. If we all work together for peace, express our views, and raise awareness on such topics, we can take steps toward a better world. We must understand that peace is a shared responsibility, achievable only through collective effort. This video gives you a chance to think about and understand how deeply the nuclear conflict with North Korea affects our global future. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, like the video, and share it with your friends so that more such informative and thought-provoking topics reach you. Your support motivates us to create quality content that presents the world's most important issues in an easy-to-understand way.